Now on CoastTV News.
Controlling congestion, why Rehoboth Beach is discussing to change a summer season parking fee schedule. Plus, license limits loom. We have the next steps Ocean City is taking when it comes to short-term rental restrictions and the opposition by some property owners.
After days of bone-chilling temperatures and below-average temperatures, the thaw is underway. We're running over 20 degrees warmer than where we were 24 hours ago. I'll have details on how long the thaw will stick around.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Tuesday, February 10th. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Starting off by taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach this morning. You can see the ice way out there on the water. But we do have some good news to bring to you. First meteorologist Chris Mastrobono tracking some temperatures in the 40s today. Good morning, Chris.
Hey there, Grace. Yeah, we aren't seeing those sub-zero wind chills or those even single-digit wind chills like we had yesterday morning across the peninsula. We're at 40 degrees already in Ocean View. You can see the wind flow out of the south. We're up to 44 in Salisbury, holding in the mid to upper 30s. Northern portion of the peninsula, a little cooler along the coast as that warmer air filters over the cooler bay, but we are pretty good out there this morning. We had a few clouds to start. Now they are beginning to push offshore. We're seeing skies begin to clear. The clouds are thinning out a bit. Could still see that snowpack across the midshore from Kent County on points north. Now we are going to see partly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon, getting up into the mid to upper 40s. Now the winds will continue out of the south. They'll pick up a bit through the evening and overnight, gusting to 20 miles an hour. Can't rule out a brief shower overnight while most are sleeping. We are going to continue to see the mild temperatures in the days ahead and that all-important weekend forecast, which includes Valentine's Day. I'll have the latest on that here in a little bit. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. On Monday, the city of Rehoboth Beach held a budget meeting for fiscal year 2027, and the idea of congestion pricing was brought up. Right now, parking costs $4 an hour from May 15th through September 15th. But at Monday's meeting, a city commissioner asked the assistant city manager about lowering the rate on less busy weekdays like Tuesday through Thursday. Commissioner Good said that she has been advocating for a lower rate on certain days and believes it could actually help the city's revenue, while Commissioner there said that the idea had been discussed for more than a year, but he does not think it's realistic to put in place for summer 2026. He added that it should be a priority for the next year following studies. And that parking discussion is occurring at the same time as Lewis is looking to increase its fees as part of its fiscal year 2027 budget. It was last week that we reported there is a proposal of upping the hourly rate for in-town meters from $2.50 to beach parking to $3. The city says that if the fee changes go into effect this summer, it will generate an additional $250,000. And Ocean City officials are moving forward with a plan to limit short-term rentals in residential neighborhoods. Leaders are expected to discuss that topic today. A proposed ordinance would cap short-term rental licenses in R1 and mobile home districts at 10% of all properties. And according to town documents, that would currently allow up to 375 licenses. That leaves about 55 new licenses available, and existing licenses would remain valid, but those new licenses would prioritize Ocean City residents with applications handled on a first-come, first-served basis. According to the town, the ordinance must pass by March 2nd to take effect for the 2026 rental season. Town leaders will gather at 1 p.m. And Ocean City Council member is stepping down over concerns about his residents. Secretary Tony DeLuca announced his resignation yesterday after former council candidate Leslie Smith questioned his eligibility. Smith argued DeLuca does not live in Ocean City full-time and filed a petition to reflect that. It was last week where council delayed a vote to disqualify him, and officials will officially read DeLuca's resignation letter at today's council meeting. Then a special election will be needed to replace him in Ocean City. And an update to a story that we brought you on Monday. If you want a say in how housing could change in Lewis, mark your calendars for March 2nd. City leaders are planning a public hearing on accessory dwelling units, or ADUs. Those are small, separate living spaces built on the same property as single-family homes. Lewis City Council set the hearing date during Monday night's meeting, and the city is looking at allowing these units in certain residential zones. City officials say the goal here is to expand long-term rental options while keeping the look and feel of existing neighborhoods intact. And after a full day of voting in Laurel, The Laurel School District says voters have rejected a referendum that would have brought in new operating funds. According to unofficial results the district shared on Facebook, 612 people voted in favor, while 1,113 voted against it. This marked the district's first current expense referendum in roughly 40 years. And leaders say the funding would have supported staff salaries, student services, transportation, and school safety as costs rise and enrollment grows. Some voters who oppose the measure say they want to see stronger academic results before paying those higher taxes.
A few years ago, we got a huge reassessment to build all new schools in the district. And come on. Fixed income, I mean, it doesn't make sense to continue to dip in my pocket and not see the test score results to reflect that.
If the referendum had passed, the district estimated the average homeowner would pay about $171 more a year. And for more information on the referendum, head to the article on our website, coasttv.com. New overnight, Salisbury is getting a major financial boost to improve drinking water on the Eastern Shore. State officials have awarded Salisbury more than $24 million to upgrade the Paleo water treatment plant. The city says that the funding will replace aging filtration systems and modernize the plant's control technology. And according to city leaders, the project includes new filters, a new treatment building, as well as upgrades designed to remove PFAS and nitrates from drinking water. City leaders say that Salisbury already meets current PFAS standards and is preparing ahead of stricter regulations that they expect in 2031. And stay with us on Coast TV News Midday, because coming up, how bipartisan lawmakers are reacting to a new deposition.
It's back to normal on Delmarva. That, of course, I'm referencing the temperatures. We get back into the mid to upper 40s. We turn it a bit on the breezy side as we go into the day on Wednesday as a cold front approaches the area. Congratulations to Matt Spence of Seaford, Delaware on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. Coming up, we will talk about a storm threat over the weekend. Full 7-day forecast is just minutes away.
Temporary masking requirements are ending in most areas across Tidal Health facilities. The health system says that cases of flu, RSV, as well as COVID have declined since Christmas. Masks are still welcome for anyone who chooses to wear one, but visitors are asked to stay home if they feel too sick. Good hygiene and covering coughs is always encouraged. And new this morning, excitement for St. Patrick's Day ramping up in Ocean City. The town is announcing the date of this year's parade. According to officials, the celebration takes place Saturday, March 14th, where people will begin to march down 60th Street starting at noon and head south to the 45th Street judging stand. And coming up next, checking in live on the Chris Cam, Chris Mastrobono has your Valentine's Day forecast after this.
Well, the thaw is underway here on Delmarva, and it certainly feels good as we take a live look into Cambridge. We have the cloudy skies there, the icy dock, 41 degrees, so already over the 40 degrees, and that's with some clouds in Cambridge, and we're running about 18 degrees warmer than where we were just 24 hours ago. 21 degrees warmer in Salisbury as a warm front continues to lift through the area throughout the day today. We're at 43 in Seaford, a little cooler at the beaches, 33 in Rehoboth, 35 in Ocean City. Winds relatively calm, but the wind flow is generally out of the south, and the winds will pick up a bit through the evening and overnight. Well, we showed this yesterday. You could see the ice. You see that, the little white there? It almost looks like smoke along the bay, and then right there, that's right where the ferry is in Lewis, and you can see that ice pretty indicative there on the satellite and radar, and goes pretty much far out in the Atlantic. Pretty impressive. And as well, you can see the snowpack across the area as well. We're going to get some melting there today, especially those areas that still have snow on the ground. We have high pressure pushing offshore. Cold front up in the upper plains region that's going to swing through the area on Wednesday. So yes, we're looking forward to the warmer holidays, 54 days till Easter. And here's the important one everybody's worried about, 104 till Memorial Day. And we're 144 days till the 4th of July. But sooner you know, those hot and humid days will be here. Temperatures getting into the mid to upper 40s through the afternoon under partly to mostly cloudy skies. We fall to 39 by around 10. So it's going to be a rather mild night. I think most areas are going to stay above the freezing mark. And then there's some moisture pushing into the area. Not expecting any ice concerns. And this is about 4 a.m. Just a few light showers, maybe a sprinkle. Note the temperatures well above freezing, 30s and 40s. Then by the afternoon tomorrow, we're looking at a partly cloudy, breezy breezy day as we get back up into the mid to upper 40s ahead of that cold front. You see the winds picking up a bit through the evening and overnight. That, along with the added moisture, is going to help prevent the temperatures from really falling by tomorrow afternoon. Gusts to near 30 miles an hour as that cold front pushes through. So we stay relatively dry over the next 4 to 5 days. It's Sunday where we're targeting that system that could impact the region. So we stay dry. Friday looking really nice, mostly sunny skies. We're going to carry that momentum into Valentine's Day, pushing to near 50 degrees. And then that system, models have been all over the place with the system. The system has been to our north. Now the latest runs trending a little colder, so we could begin as some wintry mix, but the consensus is this is going to be primarily a rain event for us. This would be Sunday night into Monday of next week. We're at 46 this afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy skies, 33 overnight with that spotty shower. I think we'll be a little milder than that. 45 into our Wednesday, and then that brief cool down behind the cold front. We fall to 37 for a high on Thursday, mostly sunny, 39 on Friday, a spectacular Valentine's Day, and then watching that system Sunday into President's Day. Grace.
Looking forward to it, Chris. All right, coming up tonight on DSN at 5, Seaford takes on Woodbridge in girls basketball. Then live at 6:30, it's that boys basketball game that we previewed. Then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m. You can watch the 2 basketball games on DSN Plus along with these exclusives at 6 p.m. It's the start of a couple of boys basketball games for you when Y-High faces Mardella at 6:30. Sussex Central hosts Polytech, and Smyrna taking on Cesar Rodney. That at 7, Gunston School visits St. Peter's and Paul's in girls basketball. Now, sports of a different kind. Let's actually take a look at the medal count going on in the Olympics right now. The U.S. has 2 gold medals so far, 2 silver and 1 bronze, bringing the grand total to 7 medals so far. Italy coming in with 2 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze, making their total 11. And Norway, 6 gold medals, 1 silver, 4 bronze, clocking their total in at 11. And it's day 7 of the competition of the Olympic Winter Games, and our coverage will continue all the way to the closing ceremonies. That's on February 22nd, right here on Coast TV. And a programming note for you, due to the Winter Olympics from February 9th through the 20th, you can catch Jeopardy on our sister station Fox 21 at its regular time, 7:30 p.m., same show, same time, just a different channel while those games are on. So you're not taking a live look into Tucson, Arizona on this Monday morning as the search for Nancy Guthrie has entered its 10th day. A second perpetrated deadline has passed in the disappearance of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother, and according to a perpetrated ransom note sent to the Tucson TV station, Nancy Guthrie's possible abductors demanded $6 million by 5 p.m. on Monday. The note included a threat to Guthrie's life if those demands were not met, but the FBI released a new statement Monday night saying it still has not identified a suspect or person of interest in the case. And Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, pled the 5th in a virtual deposition on Monday. The House Oversight Committee subpoenaed Maxwell to testify about her and Epstein's crimes and their possible collaborators in an alleged sex trafficking ring. According to committee chair James Comer, she invoked her Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination, while Republicans and Democrats on the committee say she refused answering those questions, and Maxwell is now holding back justice for the young women and young girls that she and Epstein abused. And coming up next on Coast TV News Midday, a baker says goodbye, why a champion of the famous Smith Island cake is walking away from her business. A Smith Island icon is saying goodbye. Baker Marietta Marshall is retiring, and she's one of the champions of the famous Smith Island cake. Marshall says she makes all of her cakes by herself and has for years. And through her business, she's sent hundreds of Smith Island cakes to just about every state. However, the amount of calls she gets are just too much to handle on her own, she says. Marshall decided that December of 2025 was going to be the end of her professional baking career.
I think it was a good run. I've enjoyed it. I love talking to people. I love people, and I'm proud of what I've done. My cake is no better than nobody else's.
Marshall credits the cake for putting Smith Island on the map. She says other bakers will continue the tradition while she enjoys a very well-deserved break.
Good cake on that screen there. We take a live look into Milford, one of our locations with still snow on the ground. We'll get some melting today with those temperatures in the 40s, 39 right now. Partly to mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon. It's going to be a really nice day as far as the temperature is concerned. Get your latest forecast by calling our First Alert Weather phone. Your 10-day forecast is up next.
New this morning ahead of Valentine's Day, Denrec is putting out some dating profiles for Delaware's most eligible bachelors. Let's take a look at some of these, shall we? First up, white-tailed deer, early riser, active, notices everything, knows when it's time to move on. Sounds like a pretty decent guy. We got 30-year-old horseshoe crab, lunar base calendar, likes long walks on the beach. That's a green flag. And the Delmarva fox squirrel, large, calm, and selective, enjoys routine, familiar places, low profile. Sounds like better than any boyfriend I've ever had. They're all pretty nice options. Well, at least for Valentine's Day, we're looking for some nice weather out there, Chris.
We are. The weather's trending nice for Valentine's Day for all those important plans, and we're doing pretty good right now in Ocean City. We've got sunshine along the coast. Temperatures are rising pretty quickly. We're above the freezing mark, 36 degrees, and we'll top out in the lower to mid 40s along the coast under partly cloudy skies. So enjoy that. We're seeing a little bit more in the way of cloud cover along the mid shore now. 45 for our Wednesday. We stay dry, a little cold shot here, 30s, mid to upper 30s, no Arctic air. And then there's that all important Valentine's Day forecast. Mostly sunny skies. I think some areas on the peninsula will touch 50 degrees, and then watching a storm system late Sunday through Monday, and then look at those 50s into early next week. Grace.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us for Coast TV News Midday. For more local news and weather, you can download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us back here for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Until then, have a great Tuesday.